Let's see this again play out the way we want to play out. Currently up $1,300 at this time. Currently up $1,800 at this time. No one touched me. No one touched me. The top mark right here says breakdown of today. The rest of the week will be extremely hot and active. Every single trader can make at least $2,000 minimum over the next few days if you plan correctly. Well, Deck, how can you say $2,000 minimum? What if we have a smaller account? You can still be making massive amounts of money. If you have a $10,000 account, an $8,000 account, a $6,000 account, I think you guys could be making $3,000 to $4,000 today. So, what is going on? We know rate hikes are being announced by the Feds at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, with a live meeting from Jerome Powell starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. How will the S&P 500 spike? If Jerome Powell states that this is the last 0.75 rate hike, and we will now move to 0.50 rate hikes starting in December or in the near future. If we see that we're easing off our aggression, that's where traders are going to be extremely happy. So when would the S&P 500 crash? Well, it would be if the Jerome Powell or if the Fed stated that we are going to continue to fight aggressively inflation. We have not reached our point that we want to, and we are still going to stay aggressive. What did we see on the last FOMC meetings? So it says on every single FOMC rate hike so far this year, markets have dumped at 2 o'clock when the rate hikes came out and rallied at 2:30 Eastern Time when Powell spoke. So if we take a look right here, let's just go back to March. March, big drop. Jerome Powell spoke at 2:30, very big spike. You could see in May, nice drop. Then at 2:30, very big spike. You can see in June, nice drop, very big spike at 2:30. And then you could see in July right here, we could see very big drop. And then, of course, very big move on up. September right here, the exact thing happened. Only difference was the rally sold off around 3 o'clock instead of continuing. What's the main difference? September at 2 o'clock, the market sold off. At 2:30, they rose with Jerome Powell. And then afterwards, after JP was done speaking, they sold off again. So if you're saying, Deck, that's not what happened in September. And, you could see in right here, March, we sold on off and we went spiking all the way up for the next few days. May, we sold on off, then we went spiking on off in the next few days. June, we sold on off, then we went on a very big spike the next few days. Then July, we sold on off and we went on a very big spike the next few days. Breakdown of the day. 2 o'clock, we're going to get the interest rates. We'll see what they are. What's the standard? 0.75. The market should move a little bit. And if we're taking a look at the past chart history pattern, it should fall. Then as we go to 2:30, we're listening to Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell, what we're expecting is that the markets are going to rise as they have at time and time again. So Jerome Powell, he speaks, markets should rise. The only way the market should dump is if he says we're going to stay aggressive. That's the only way the market should dump. If he says the markets aren't going to stay aggressive and we're going to ease off policy, we should start going on a very big spike all the way back on up. We also have all the past chart history. Let's just wait until 2 o'clock. Because in July, we had a quick spike. And remember, it's not just straight down. We had a quick spike, then we fell for the first 30 minutes until 2:30, then we rose. Then we had a quick spike and we fell, then we rose. We had a quick spike, then we fell. We had a quick spike, drop, fell, and then we rose. Every single time at 2:30, we rose on up. So the thing is, going into today, what would be the best game plan? The best game plan would be, let's not touch anything until 2 o'clock. Let's let this meeting happen. Let's let these results happen. Let's see the drop and let's follow the game plan. But at the same time, team, you need to be confident. I don't want traders just saying, oh, if Deck's going to buy, I want to buy. That's not it. I want you saying, I'm going to buy because I see these reasons. That's so important, traders, all right? In the matter of 7 minutes here, we are going to see a lot of craziness. We're going to see a lot of action. We're going to see a lot of hype. I am not getting in on anything within the next 3 minutes. You are your own trader. Everything that I just stated is an idea that you could be able to mix with, of course, your trading and to be able to figure out the best plan for you. Please do not try to copy exactly what I do. Please do not just try to say, okay, when Deck buys, I'm going to buy. I want you to be a self-sufficient trader. not just be a sheep, not just follow me. I want you to be your own trader. You are in charge right now of your keyboard, of your mouse, of the money that's in front of you. You are going to make that decision of when you want to get in and when you want to get out. I want you to be confident in yourself and on your game plan. In 5, 4, 3, somebody, 2, 1. Oh, happy Fed rates. Right here, team, S&P 500 starting off with a little bit of a spike. Remember, usually what happens? Massive dump until 2:30. So we usually have massive dump till 2:30. And what do we have? 0.75 basis points. Okay, team. Hey, 0.75 basis points. That is where we're at this time. Everyone, 0.75 is what the interest rates are. Everything right now, we're already through part 1. Let's go over to a 1-minute time frame just to get the best view. Let's play a little bit of a different situation. What would you guys say by the time Jerome Powell starts speaking? We showed you all the last 5 interest rates, and none of them had any sort of spike that have held their gains at 2 o'clock. What if by the time it's 2:30 and 27 minutes from now, Jerome Powell comes on out and the S&P 500 is at the price of 390? Does that change the game plan? Are we still going to buy with Jerome Powell speaking if, let's say, the S&P 500 is all the way up towards 390? Or are you guys going to say, no, Deck, I'm going to do opposite then? You know, if all of a sudden Jerome Powell starts speaking and we're all the way up at 392, 391, and we didn't drop at all, does that mean, again, now, like, things are opposite of what they were? What's the game plan then? What do you guys think is going to happen? Would you be looking for puts then and saying, well, I'm going to do the opposite? If we had drop at the start, drop at the start, drop at the start, drop at the start for the last 5, and then Jerome Powell spoke and it kept on going on up, what's the game plan there? And that's where things may get a little bit more tricky, to be just completely honest. And no one knows what the heck's going on. No one knows what's going on at this moment. So we got to be smart here. Sorry, Claire. Sorry, I apologize about that. We got this big drop now. Come on, keep dropping. If we drop, great potential to go on up because that's what every single rate hike has been. Drop to massive spike. So we need to figure this out right now because we are not having anything that we have seen before. We are actually having at this moment something completely different where we have never been able to spike and hold its gains. Still gonna buy right at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Not if it's, not if I feel like I'm gambling. Going to be pulling the trigger today, but I don't want to be gambling because we don't have the same game plan as of now. And that is obviously very crucial. The big thing that we need to watch out for next is what Jerome Powell states. That's the next big thing that every person needs to listen to. When this man walks out on the stage, he's going to either say, we are going to stay aggressive, or he's going to say, we're going to lighten up. We are going to stay aggressive and keep fighting inflation as hard as we can. What does that imply? 0.75 interest rates. Or he's going to say, we are going to do what? Take a step back. We're going to do 0.5. We're going to start reducing our interest rates. That'll make excitement. I did want to buy in right now. Right now is the time that I wanted to buy in on the drop. Unfortunately, we spiked and we're actually still sitting right near these highs. Come around, children. Profits are waiting. Uncle JP, is that you? Here we go. Let's see what we get.
Near-term inflation expectations appear to remain well anchored, as reflected in a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, as well as measures from financial markets.
He's saying we're still going to stay at 0.75s.
Financial conditions.
He's saying we're still going to stay at 0.75s, guys.
Policy actions
leaning towards a put soon. Uptrend's about to hit. Uptrend's about to hit.
We're taking forceful steps to moderate demand so that
he said they are going to stay with, of course, 0.75 interest rates, which just led to this mega dump. This is not a question of calls at all. Didn't you just hear what he just said? He just said that we are going to be doing again 0.75s again. We're going to be staying at 0.75s again. The only issue is at this point, are we chasing this dump? But I would rather go with momentum than against momentum. Right here, traders, I'm going in on one contract. I'm doing at least one contract right now. 3,850 doing one contract. And I'm going in on this play, just at least on one, looking for this dump even more. So I'm going in on the short side here with at least one contract to see if I could be able to make some money on the short side. I put in about half my profits. Now, I am chasing slightly, which I'm not happy about, but I do think we could easily dump on down even more. A little bit late to this party, which does make me a little bit upset, just because, I could have gotten a way better entry entry at this time, but at the same point, I don't want to try to buy into this crazy down momentum. I'm going to look for, if anything, another contract right around 8,550 on the short side if this one starts popping its way on up. So if we start popping our way back on up, I'm going to look for another contract to be able to, add on to this. And back up towards that purple line, that's where I'm going to look for another put entry. So put entry would be back on up towards around 8,505. But man, look what he stated. He stated that we are going to keep raising interest rates. And since you keep raising interest rates, seconds later is where that huge dump happened. And that was a great opportunity to make some money. I'm going to look for another put contract right now. I'm going to buy open over on this on the put side and get in up near around this area. I do have 2 contracts filled at this moment. So I have 2 contracts filled at this moment. I'm going to have a cost basis at this moment now, right around that 383-ish mark. And I'm going to let that rock out for a little bit. I'm in on SPX. So I'm in on SPX, looking for this one to turn and start dumping back underneath that 383 mark. We are starting to drop back on down at this moment, which is good, and we are hitting this old uptrend. I just added a contract next to this uptrend because I know this uptrend is going to be holding up as resistance. This uptrend was support. Notice how we had a bounce here. Then we cracked underneath it. We fell all the way down to 382. Now as we spike back on up, I just added a contract at the top area to bring up my cost basis.
We have some ground left to cover here, and cover it we will.
That right there. There's no reason why I should be long. There's no reason why I should be scared in any sort of way. He just stated there's a lot of ground to cover here. A lot of ground to cover. We're not there yet. We haven't, again, covered that ground yet. Why would the markets go up? Why would the markets rise here? Why would the markets, again, go on a big-time spike? Why would the markets go on any sort of big-time move? Am I going to stay on the short side? 100% I'm staying on the short side. Am I going to look for a call right now? Not at all. Do I think it's going to fall? He gave me no reason on why it would spike. Gave me no reason on why it would pop on up. Let's see if we can drop on down, get ourselves in the profit. If we can start cracking on down towards some new lows, we should be able to, again, get ourselves up into the green. Right now, we're currently down $400. So we're looking to fall down towards around like 381 if we can. I am trading SPX and basing it off of course, the SPY. Looking for a crack on down towards a new low, fall on down towards around these bottoms and be able to make some nice money for us. That's the goal. Trying to get a little bit of a crack right here, and we are starting to get that dump. Come on, let's go underneath 382 now. Let's keep on dumping all the way down to 382. We're currently up $477. Let's see if we can keep on cracking on down towards lows. 382. Now we're starting to build a little bit of momentum. Oh, baby, we're starting to build a little bit of momentum here. Starting to build a little bit of profits here. Let's see if we can crack 382, get that next leg on down. We, again, got up towards $957 in profit. Let's see if we can crack 382 and start dropping on down even lower. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Don't even touch me. No one touch me. No one move anything. No one move anything at all. No one move anything. No one touch anything. No one move anything. Let's see this again play out the way we want to play out. Currently up $1,300 at this time. Currently up $1,800 at this time. No one touch me. No one touch me. All right, let's see it go. I'm literally, again, the best. I'm the best at what I do. All right, I'm going to start taking my profits right here, traders. I'm going to, again, throw out one market order right at this time. We're currently up $2,600. We're going to take the second one right out here. We should be getting out in a moment. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, you again log on for this content right here. Oh, baby, I'm again calling them out today. I'm calling them out today. I'm calling them out today. This is what we do.